Oh, where did that faceless card come from? Watch, and I'll show you. Magic. Nah, that's not a thing, but what's up then? Alright, yo, so check this out. For those of you who are curious, today I'm going to be using the Obey playing cards by Theory 11, the Collage Edition. I like these so much more than I thought I would, so I'm very surprised. We're going to start by handing the deck over to the spectator. They can shuffle it up, give the deck a couple of cuts, those go a long way. And now we're going to spread the cards right out on the table. I want the spectator to name out loud any card that they want, right? Let's just say they said the, I don't know, they said the King of Diamonds. I'm going to give the deck a nice little shuffle, and the King of Diamonds is actually the detective in the deck. So he knew he was going to be picked, so he jumped into way right to the top. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. No, just kidding. Now, the King of Diamonds is actually the deck detective. We want to make the trick as hard as possible for him, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have one card selected at first, right? This card right here. Take a look at this card and memorize it. Do not forget it, right? Take a look at this card. We don't want to show him. Take a look at this card, memorize it, right? And we'll lose it somewhere into the center. So as I shuffle, just call out stop. Let's just say here, right? Again, want to make this as difficult as possible. Going to put your card right at that position and shuffle it into the center. And we can even give the deck a couple of cuts. So maybe a couple of cuts here and there. So it's lost somewhere in the center. Now to make it, again, more difficult, second card selected. This card over here, take a look at this card and memorize that too. Hopefully you got the first card memorized. This is going to be the second card. Again, we don't want to show this guy, so that's the card. Take a look at it and memorize it. We'll leave it right here and dribble it somewhere right into the center. Here's what's going to happen next. We're going to make it a bit more difficult. Raise the stakes. Shuffle up the deck. This guy has no idea what's going on. He might be the greatest detective in the world after Batman, but I don't know. Well, we're going to try to make this as difficult as possible. We leave him on top of the deck. He has to kind of get a sense of what's going on first. And after he gets a sense of what's going on, then he can actually do something. So I'll give the deck a cut. And let's try this out. If I give the deck one spring, he should be able to locate and pull him towards one card. And if I give the deck a second spring, he should be able to pull the second card towards him. So if I spread out the cards, he's of course going to be located between two cards. We can see right there. The first card he's located in between is the 6 of diamonds. And the second card he's between is the 3 of hearts. Boom. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. The effect I'm sharing with you today is known as Slippery Sandwich by Harry Lorraine, not to be confused with Slippery Sandwich, Slippery Sandwich. It's an entertaining trick that uses a couple of different principles, so if you're a beginner, buckle in. You're about to learn a lot. Now, before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready to share with all your friends. Now grab your favorite deck, and let's do it. Alright, my peeps, so welcome to the tutorial. So, a little background on this in terms of what I think the difficulty is. I'd probably rank this intermediate to high level intermediate based off how I performed it, but I think maybe I'll break this tutorial down into two parts. The first part I'll cover an easier handling, and the second part I'll talk more about the performance that I did and how you can handle cards in the same way. But regardless, the premise is going to be exactly the same. So that being said, let's dive right in. So for the beginner handling, you take the cards out of the tuck case, have the spectator shuffle up the deck as much as they'd like. Now you have them name any card they want. Let's just say they name the, I don't know, something fun. The Queen of Spades, right? Pretty hot. Queen of Spades, we'll leave her over to the side. You can take the card out physically and put it off to the side. Let's say that's gonna be the detective for this whole effect. And we're gonna try to make things as difficult for her as possible. So the Queen is on over to the side. And again, this trick is heavily reliant on performance. If you just do the steps, it's not going to be as fun, or it's not going to be as engaging. So really focus on performance as you're doing these sleights. And that's why I'm also saying this is intermediate, because it involves sleights plus performance. So Queen of Spades on off to the side. And now we have the first card selected. Right card here, the 5 of clubs. Our main goal now is to take this 5 of clubs and control it second from the top. The easiest way that I think to do this would be to go into a riffle shuffle. If you're comfortable doing riffle shuffles, split up the deck like this, and keep in mind the 5 of clubs is here. As you shuffle the cards, finish this pile first, leave one card in this hand, and shuffle that over, getting one card on top of the 5 of clubs. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, there's another easy method that you can use. As you're doing this, as you're putting it right on top, get a pinky break above the bottom card like this. You can even buckle the cards, pull in, get a pinky break like so. And then what you can do is give the deck a cut. Hopefully you can see that. Give the deck a cut right underneath the pinky break. You can see that's where it is. And then take all the cards underneath the pinky break, cut off half. This is a double undercut. Move it to the top, cut out the rest, move them to the top. getting that 5 second from the top. So however you want to do it, the 5 of clubs should be second from the top. I'm going to take this card here and put this card here. You know what? No. Hold on. Just want to make it easy to differentiate. So 5 of clubs is a selected card, second from the top, and this is some random card on top of it. Now we need a second card selected. So what do? Have a second card selected. It is the King of Spades. I want to make it a bit more easier to, I guess, identify in terms of differentiation. Let's just say Ace of Clubs. So the first selected card is 5 of clubs. Second selected card is Ace of Clubs. The Ace of Clubs you want to bring onto the top of the deck, and then the whole goal at this point is to move these 2 cards from the top of the deck to the bottom of the deck, right? So that's the whole plan. Now there are, again, a couple of different ways to do this. I did it one way in my performance, but I think another easy way to do this would be to grab a pinky break underneath the top 2 cards and do the exact same thing with the double undercut. Except here, you cut off half the deck, bring it on top of your break, take the rest of the cards, bring it on top of your break. So now the first selected card, 5 of clubs, is on top, and these 2 cards are arbitrary card, and the second selected card, the Ace of Clubs, is on the bottom. And now you're in the position that you want to be in. To sell this even more, even if you're a beginner, I would recommend doing this shuffle. I forgot exactly what it's called. Maybe it's called a variation on the slip shuffle. But what's going to happen is you're going to take the top, you're going to do an overhand shuffle, right? You're going to grab the top and bottom cards, pull them both out. Hopefully it's easier to see from this angle. Take top and bottom cards, pull them both out like so, and then continue shuffling until there's 1 card left in your hand. Put that on top. All that really does, it's really cool how this shuffle works. You can use it for so many different things. But what that really does is it swaps the top card with the second to bottom card while it retains the bottom card. So again, it's going to swap the 5 of clubs and the Ace of Clubs while keeping the 4 diamonds on the bottom. So up to speed, if we do this, nice little shuffle like that. 4 diamonds still on the bottom, Ace of Clubs here, 5 of clubs here. So many different uses for it, so really go wild on what you can come up with. Once that's done, you've really convinced the spectator that you've lost the card so well that the detective could never find it. So now you take the detective and put her right on top of the deck. And here is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do something known as the halo cut. Like I mentioned, a lot of different things being used in this trick. The way I'm teaching it now, this is definitely a high-level beginner, maybe low-level intermediate trick. But a halo cut, one of my favorite moves because it looks so clean in terms of what it actually does. So what the halo cut does is it's giving the deck a cut while maintaining the bottom card. So what's going to happen is, and hopefully I can teach this, I have a full tutorial on the halo cut, by the way. I'll put the link on the screen. What's really going to happen is you're going to peel off the bottom card with your non-dominant hand, or the hand that's holding the deck. Peel off the bottom card. I pull it back a small amount like this, and then I do a swing cut. So I cut these cards like so. And what this is doing, when we put the Queen of Spades on top, it's going to go on top of the first selected card. And then since the bottom card was literally just covering the spectator's selected card, the second selected card, that's going to go right on top of that. So now the Queen is literally sandwiched right between those 2 selected cards. And that's really what the halo cut does. And then when we spread out the cards, right, spread the cards out everywhere. You could say the Queen, the detective is the master. I also like to do the card spring just to kind of throw a performance together, really kind of sell the effect a bit more, make it a bit more fun. Take the Queen out, the 2 cards, 5 of clubs, and the Ace of Clubs. Killing it. Let's talk about the higher level performance. So let's talk about how I performed it and what made it more of an intermediate to high level intermediate type card trick. To begin my performance, of course, I had the spectator shuffle up the deck, and then I spread out the cards like this. I had the spectator name out any card they wanted. Sorry, there's a bit of a glare, but I had the spectator name out any card that they wanted. And let's just say, as the cards are spread out, they said the King of Hearts. Now I can see the King of Hearts right here. Hopefully you can see that too. King of Hearts is right there. What I do is I start squaring up the deck, and as I come to the King of Hearts, I pull down on the card right in front of it, just a small amount so you can see it sticking out on the bottom. Then I square everything else up. So now I have a break, or an outjogged card, right above the king. So now my hand that squared everything up is going to cover that card. So I come square everything up, put it down, pull up on this card, and flush in. We now have the separated card here, which is the King of Hearts. So now I'm just gonna do a riffle shuffle. I pull it apart, shuffle the cards together, and then I can do the, what's it called? The top shot. That's what it is. I can do the top shot and bring that card out. I just like to do that for fun and entertainment. But then I say, you know what, I just actually control that card, so let's just make it all about the detective now. How can we make it as hard as possible for him? Keep in mind, always about the performance, and not as much focus on the sleights, at least from the spectator's perspective. So that card selected, we have another card. Well, that card's the detective, we have another card selected, Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds, when I was shuffling it in, I did a controlled overhand shuffle. So I throw over a packet of cards, asking the spectator when to call out stop while doing the overhand shuffle. We put the card at that position, pick it up, put it at that position, and now I threw over or peeled off one more card, and I in-jogged that card like so. This is a bit exaggerated, it wasn't this much, but then I shuffle the cards over like this, and then as I'm talking, I say, you know what, let's make this a bit more difficult for the detective, and I'll give the deck a couple of cuts. So I have my in-jogged card there, I break off the top packet in half, put it on the table, break off the cards above the break while pushing the break in, put it on the table, take the rest of the cards, put it on the table. Again, what this has just done is controlled a random card on top of your selected Jack of Diamonds. Why are all these cards like the same? Why is this like Queen of Diamonds? All right, another card. There we go. So controlled an arbitrary card on top of your Jack of Diamonds, the first selected card. Now, second card selected, let's just say Nine of Hearts. What I did here, maybe this wasn't the best way to do it. It's just what I came up with literally while I was performing. So I give the deck a swivel cut like this, and I say, take a look and memorize this card. As they're memorizing this card, I get a pinky break underneath the top card here. I put this right on top like this, and then I dribble, and again, now the break is underneath the top two cards. I dribble these cards on top, thinking, we'll tell the spectator, now it's all somewhere in the center, cut at that position, and here we are. At the same point where we have the first card on top, and the second card second from the top. And again, do the same thing, the slip shuffle, that's what we're gonna call it right now. Keep that last card here, then those cards just literally switch positions, and this card's maintained on the bottom. And then you do it the exact same way. If you wanna add a bit more fun, a bit more flair, of course, you can come up with a different idea or several different ideas, but halo cut, somewhere in the center, card spring, or if you wanna do like a riffle or a dribble or snap your fingers while twisting the deck, it ultimately comes down to the, oops, sorry about that, to the king, the detective, being between the two selected cards. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed that little gem, and for another one that uses somewhat similar moves, click on this video right over here. Just do it. A huge shout out to all my Patreon producers, and thank you, love you, see you soon.